satsang. Okay, today's satsang I'm going to discuss about the book of Gita Sandesh. Okay, so the chapter is called Knowledge of the Loyal and Higher Prakriti. Okay, so knowledge of the loyal. What is the knowledge of the loyal? I don't know whether the knowledge is higher or supreme bliss. Can you say what is meant by knowledge of the loyal? Why knowledge is loyal? Why it says knowledge is loyal? Can anyone tell me the chant? Okay, I explain now. Okay, so if anybody know means kindly reply in the chat. Okay, so knowledge of the loyal. Okay, knowledge. ज्ञानी शक्ति है अपमान बहुत आसान है क्योंकि ज्ञानी शक्ति है so Hindi there is a proverb okay अपमान करना इन वाक्य में प्रयोग these are the words and are come even in proverb also it will come knowledge is then ज्ञानी शक्ति है okay okay so knowledge of the lower and higher Prakriti chapter. Higher Prakriti means higher unconsciousness, okay? Because knowledge. Everyone has knowledge, okay? Everyone has knowledge. Everyone has all the things are given by God, okay? So what is knowledge is the lower, okay? Because sometimes some of the situation we may not like that, okay? For example, best example I will give is in 1 second. Best example in some situation, okay? In some situation we did not be calm, okay? In other situation we will be calm. So for example, best example I want to give is okay. If you go one place, okay. If you go one place, what others will do? Others will simply speaking in phone, okay. Telephone ringing, okay. So that other things happen. But the remaining others are very put it in a silent mode and they listen while they are hearing, okay. So that's why, so knowledge is loyal, okay. In some situation, knowledge becomes loyal. Wherever the knowledge becomes why the knowledge becomes loyal means because in some situation we can't use that, okay. For example, if you go to a silent place or if you are attending any satsang, the main objective of this of satsang is to put all silent mode, okay, and listen what spiritual Guruji said, okay, what the chief guest will speak about, okay. So and on that time, if we behave like some phones are ringing, okay, and they will say the speaker will say, please switch off the mobile phone, please silence the mobile phone. So at that time we can't use that buddhi knowledge at that time, okay. So even some not all of saying, even some of them are some of them this may happen, okay. Whether it's knowing doing or unknowing doing, it can't say. But knowledge is a loyal means we can use knowledge in all the places, okay. Wherever you can go, wherever you can do your routine things, knowledge. We have to use knowledge, okay. So let's see what Swami Nath Guruji expressed, okay. So in this chapter only, in previous chapter, Arjuna got the supreme willpower. So wherever he sees the Lord form of God, okay. In the previous chapter, Sri Krishna gradually bringing up the lower consumption of the soul to the highest climax in the realization of Atman. Yes, Atman means supreme bliss, okay. Previous chapter, Lord Arjuna surrendered to the God and he got a supreme power given by God and he became a Lord of himself, okay. Proceeds to bring still further out in his fulfillment. The idol of the Supreme God, who is the Master and Lord of all the forces that work in the outer and inner worlds. Okay, so now what happened means Lord Arjuna becomes a supreme of the Lord. Okay, he also became a Lord state. Okay, after surrendering complete, after surrendering to divinity and see all the things in the form of God. So he also become the great master of Lord. Okay, become a Lord. Okay, become a God. Okay, that's why it's a great master. We said in spirituality. He declares that yoga becomes easy when you strive for it by taking complete refuge in the supreme reality. Okay, he declares that yoga becomes easy. Yoga becomes easy. Yoga becomes easy. One thing. When you strive for it by taking complete refuge in this supreme reality. Okay, can anybody say yoga is easy or tough? Okay, so many are, I think many are doing yoga regularly. Okay, in that person we ask, yoga is difficult or easy? They will say, hey, by keep on practicing yoga, it will be easy. Okay, as I already said in previous satsang. Okay. If one day you will do, another day you will not do, next day you will do, another day you will not do, mean that consistency of yoga doing it's missing, okay? But what yoga doing is many purposes there, many advantages of human beings is there, but yoga is also become easy when you strive it by taking complete refuge in the supreme reality. Yeah, supreme reality we have to understand, we have to accept, okay, yoga is easy. The best yoga meditation of easy is meditation, okay. Once, as I already said now in meditation chapter of this unto, one second. While book I explain now that uncommon truth book I explain now about the meditation, about the meditation. So yoga is also very easy by indwelling the seeing the reality in the supreme world. Then you observe the effect of the yoga exercise. From this, it is clear that realization of the Atman is not the thing. It's not everything. Your full knowledge and attainment of godliness, all inclusive and all comprehensive, totally is the goal. Totally is the goal. So, attaining supreme bliss is not everything. But attaining and realization, okay, of Atman is not everything. But what is the purpose of after attainment? Okay, full knowledge and attainment of God in its all inclusive and all comprehensive totally is the God. So you have to attain the full comprehensive form of God. Okay. So if I sit means if I saw anything means that also I also feel that I also say that God only is there, God only is there, God only gives this room, God only gives this light, God only gives this chair. So God makes comfortable to all human beings. So in that dual reality we have to come to change. Then we become next only we can become, once you realize and pure surrender to God, the next stage is called as pure Atman. Pure attainment is attainment the Atman, supreme list of the world. Okay. So after attainment the Atman is not everything. Okay. So step by step we have to reach the supreme list of power. Okay. Not directly to reach the Atman power. Okay. When the yogi was scaled lower heights reaches the utmost summit of the Supreme, immanent and transcendent God, he has nothing higher to aspire for, nothing more to be known. When the yogi was scaled lower heights reaches the utmost summit. So you saw many yogi Guruji, okay, for example, many spiritual Gail Mahas, yogis, okay, yogis. So their main aim is service motive, okay, service motive, and the wonderful showing the wonderful and always constant remembrance of God only, okay. So likewise, we have to, likewise, they attain the supreme transcendence of God power, okay. They attain the highest state of the uh, spiritual way, okay. Spiritual way. Yes, nothing higher to expect for, nothing more to be done. So the yogis and not feel like I am here. I will control the world. So they don't think like that. Okay. Once yogis and attain the state of the supreme standard of God, they will never think any unwanted or any unwanted things in spiritual part. Okay. So they feel they always tell God is only doing. Okay, that's motive they are all living. Okay, they are all going only for spiritual part. Okay, the grand yoga is not easy to obtain. Among thousands of people, there will be only one who will strive for this yoga, and of these there are one who have successfully fought through the barriers. Then would be scarcely one would know the Lord in his all his fulfillment. Okay, the grand yoga. What is meant by grand yoga? Grand yoga itself is a difficult exercise. So even grand yoga means we have to put the head down, legs on the high. So that type of yoga. Even many sadhus, gurus did like this yoga. Okay. So the grand yoga is not easy to obtain. So the grand yoga is not easy to obtain. It's a very difficult one. Among thousands of people, there will be only one who will strive for this yoga, and of these are ones who have successfully fought through the barriers. There will be scarcely one who would know the Lord in his all fulfillment. Okay, the Gandhi Yoga, whoever achieve the Gandhi Yoga, they before doing the Gandhi Yoga, their fulfillment is let's Lord only makes me to do this Gandhi Yoga and achieve. God only makes me to achieve this, to do Gyan Yoga. So in that way they think like this, okay? And another way they do not like think, oh, I will do this Gyan Yoga. I will definitely achieve this, okay? So and then me and my concept never comes in this, okay? Because Gyan Yoga is very, very difficult exercise, okay? So whoever do this Gyan Yoga and become successful, they always think before doing Gyan Yoga, in the fulfillment of it, God only makes me do. God only gave opportunity to do this Gyan Yoga. God only supports me and for my success in the Gyan Yoga. So in that way, they are thinking and he can succeed in to do Gyan Yoga for the fulfillment of God. Lord in His all fulfillment, magnification and glory. So, surrendering to God when we say, yes, Shri Krishna presents to be the aspiring vision of the sadhaka, an ideal which is one's personal and impersonal. So, Lord Shri Krishna, if you take the Lord Shri Krishna life, okay, how Lord Sri Krishna born. It's all the things you all know because you are studying in Mahabharata, okay? So how Lord Sri Krishna born? So during childhood, what are the difficulties faced by Lord Sri Krishna? How Lord Sri Krishna found his mother and father, and how Lord Krishna destroyed uh, destroyed his one uncle, and that's Kamsan. Destroyed his one uncle Kamsan. Okay, so in that way, so Lord Krishna also faced many struggles, many efforts, many hurdles. So with the God grace, Lord Krishna gets success in his life. Okay, and becomes a grace God. Okay, God. Okay, so likewise, Lord Krishna always inspiration of the sadhaka. Okay, so always Lord Krishna will do in childhood days. We all know, no, childhood days Lord Krishna will will take butter, ghee butter. Okay, ghee butter in every house they all kept. Okay, but Lord Krishna always take the ghee butter and he eat well, eat well. So that and that. So, but the Lord Krishna always do many sadhaka with love and affection to others. Okay, that's why in this paragraph explain that here Sri Krishna presents the aspiration vision of this sadhaka. An ideal which is once personal and impersonal. Gita clearly declares Gita clearly declares that to know God only as either one of these to know is imperfectly. Sri Krishna, the avatar, represents the complete Godhead, and this Godhead is a king reigning in the hearts of all beings and creatures. As such, he is a guru, friend, master, mother, and guide to the devotee or disabled who longs for him and struggling to reach him. So Lord Krishna is always a creator, master, protector to all devotees. Okay, whatever difficulties comes to the devotee, Lord Krishna comes in form and gave a solution to that problem. Okay, to the devotees. Okay. That's why Gita clearly declares that to know God only as either one of these is to know Him imperfectly. So we can, in Gita, many slokas is there, okay? But we can't say God will come in form, okay? We can't know in what form God will come. Even we can't judge, okay? We can't judge. Perfectly we have to say, if you read Gita, Bhagavad Gita, and in what form the God will come, we perfectly human beings can't say, okay? Suddenly in the form of God came and asked any help, we did help to them. So in that form, later we realized that God only came. So and asked food to me. So asked food or help to me or give solution to me or overcome. God only makes to overcome the problems in my life. So later only after God came in the form of any person or any creature, next to time we realized, okay, so that only Bhagavad Gita declares to know God only as either one of these is to know Him imperfectly. So we cannot perfectly saying that God will come in this form, God will come in this creator. God will come in any form, in any creatures of the universe. So Sri Krishna, the avatar, represents the complete Godhead, and this Godhead is a king reigning in the hearts of all beings and the creatures. So Lord Krishna is always a Godhead. Okay, he is a guru, master, mastered and protected of all devotees. Okay, so that's why in Lord Krishna is in the heart of all creatures and human beings. Okay, as such, he is the guru, friend, master, mother, and the guide of the devotee. As I already said, no, Lord Krishna always guru, master, friend, and guide of the devotee. Okay, disabled who long for him and struggling to reach him. Lord Krishna disabled who is struggling also. They are they are struggling to reach him. It means, for example, if you are purely, for example, I will give an example, real example, okay? Mirabai, yeah, Mirabai, no, you all know Mirabai, no? She was a pure, deep devotion of Lord Krishna, okay? So she always sang, she always do puja, do worship to Lord Krishna. So what happened means she always said, Lord Krishna is my Lord Krishna, I think Lord Krishna is my Guru, Lord Krishna is my Guru, Lord Krishna is all of me, Lord Krishna is all of me, okay. So Mother Mirabai Guruji always says like this, okay. Says like to everybody else, okay. Lord Krishna is all me, all to me, Lord Krishna is all to me, all to me, all to me. One day what happened means, Lord Krishna come to Mirabai and again God darshan, okay. So Mother Mirabai was surprised, okay. But what happened means, even though you are a pure devotee, pure devotion of any God or any Lord, the Lord will always guide and help you throughout in your life, okay. Then what happened means, for example, Mother Mirabai is a disciple of Lord Sri Krishna, okay. Sadly, he can't reach and see Lord Krishna, okay. By following practice, which means not by following the nama chanting, by following doing puja, by following the principles of spiritual methods only. Lord Krishna came one day and God darshan to her, gave the darshan to Mother Mirabai. Okay, so that's why in this paragraph says, disciples who long for him is struggling to reach him. Okay, the disciple means Mother Mirabai is a disciple, but he previously was struggling to reach Lord Krishna. But after struggling, after doing puja, after chanting Nama of Lord Sri Krishna, after always thinking about Lord Krishna during all the day, all the months, all the years, one day Lord Sri Krishna gave lesson to Mother Mirabai. So in that happens, Lord God also come in the form and guide to the devotees. Okay, so that's why in this paragraph explained. Sri Krishna so far made clear the motionless, all pervading, infinite aspect of his. Okay, now we proceed to deal in detail about this manifestation of the visible and invisible worlds. Okay, this week's aware of the manifestation as a Prakriti having two aspects. Okay, one is the higher and the lower. Prakriti means it's a constitution nature. Okay, nature. In India, Prakriti Kanna, Intasar Kanna, I think the Wakame will come. Okay, Prakriti means the nature. Okay. Sri Krishna has so far made clear the motionless, all-pervading, infinite aspect for this. Now we proceed to deal in detail about this manifestation as a visible and invisible but it speaks of the manifestation in Prakriti having two aspects. One is higher, one is lower. So Prakriti means it's a nature. So in this paragraph we explain about the manifestation of Lord Sri Krishna. Okay. So Prakriti is having two aspects. One is a higher, one is a lower Prakriti, one is higher Prakriti. Okay. So manifestation is the process of essential to any form and creation of coming of self of divinity self. Okay, and it's called manifestation. So likewise, now we proceed to deal in detail about this manifestation as a visible and the invisible world. Okay, manifestation of God may or may be visible and the invisible world. Okay, but we can't even judge or predict the visible of the Lord. Okay, so that's why the remaining paragraph will explain on the satsang on any other day. So happy good night to all of us. Today's topic we will discuss about knowledge is loyal and here is the Prakriti is the here. So in this chapter, the remaining paragraph will continue in next satsang on any other day. Thanks to all of us. Good night to all of us. Happy good weekdays to all of us. So till remaining 3 days is there for the new year. So welcome 2026 year. So whatever you missed in the 2025, try to pick up and try to occupy in the occupy and utilize in the 2026 year. Okay, so till 3 days is there for the new year. Enjoy the new year. Enjoy the upcoming festival like Pongal, Ugadi, and then Tamil New Year. So again, the festival will come on the month and the month wise. So let's all enjoy the new year in the upcoming days. Okay. So good night to all of us. Sleep well. Thank you. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om.